So one thing that I wanted to mention, we got tattoos last week.
Oh.
So Kennedy and I were supposed to get, it says to infinity and beyond, and she was gonna have a sun and I was gonna have a moon, so I got it on my arm. And let's show them yours. So she got a tattoo on her leg and it says every second with you was a gift, and then it has Ken's name and her date and the time that she passed away. But we had to get something permanent because what? Kennedy is always with us. She always will be.
Her book is a pictorial of her journey, where she tried to base it in a way of when you hear someone has cancer, give your I'm sorry's and I hope they'll get better. And then you either hear that they survived, which makes them a cancer survivor, or that they passed away. You don't really hear the in-between unless you're living it. So Kennedy's idea was to show people what cancer patients actually go through. So we took photos and we put all the photos in chronological order according to everything that was happening on a day-to-day basis. And here's her book,
which is for sale on the Project Kennedy website, and I will have that link in the description box below if you're interested in getting it.
and it's called Cancer Picked the Wrong Chick. And again, it's all photos. Not that you can see this, but it's all photos.
Yeah.
Very detailed and graphic photos. So she wanted the world to know. So cancer free, we're back in business. She's back in school. We're doing all these great things. Time is going by. She's trying to get Project Kennedy off the ground, but it was in slow motion because, again, school, working, social life.
Regular life stuff.
Yes. Then just to come up to speed, this past, I know it was before Thanksgiving that we found out the cancer came back, but it came back in her arm and in her spine behind her heart. So she went through 5 weeks of radiation. Then she was supposed to have 6 rounds of chemotherapy. We made it to 4 rounds of chemotherapy because she just started hurting in other places. By this time, we changed doctors, whole hospitals, everything. They did the best that they could with what they had. So she ended up on June 17th. We went to the doctor for a PET scan. So when she was done, I told the doctor, I actually texted her doctor and said she's not eating, and you know, so they said bring her over. We go up to the hospital. They said she needs a blood transfusion, so we had to stay in the hospital. So we stayed in the hospital for 5 days. On the 5th day, after running multiple tests and just doing what they do, they called me in a room and said that she had anywhere from hours to days left to live, that the cancer had just basically took over her liver and there was nothing that they could do. So at this point, those last 10 days was the last 10 days of her life that we had to get through. Mind you, during COVID, everything else going on in the world.
Yeah.
And she didn't know, as far as from me or anyone, I wouldn't dare tell her that this will be it and you will not be going home. And she went home to glory. She had a beautiful homegoing celebration, and she's now resting in her resting space. So from there, we decided to run full force with Project Kennedy. And of course, Maya being Maya, she was all on board when we asked her if she wanted to take Kennedy's spot. So Maya is actually the vice president of Project Kennedy. And we have, well, she has done a phenomenal job. I can honestly say, out of everybody I know who actually went to college, paid for college, went through and finished, she came out and learned something. Because she's just coming to the table making us old people look like, slow down. But she's appreciated more than we probably tell her. I'm sure Kennedy is more than excited and proud, as well as blessed to have her in her spot if anybody had to be in her spot. So we're just moving forward. We have the virtual walk coming up. And I know a lot of you are probably thinking what everybody else is thinking. How are you doing this video? And this is her best friend. Does it make you sad? And yes and no. I get my strength from Kennedy. And it's like, we're church girls and we go to the same church actually.
Yes,
so
we do.
It's not to spook anybody out, but if you believe you know, in a higher power and you know God and all of that, then you understand that if you are a believer, you are a believer. And me and Maya was sitting here one day last week working, and we had the Alexa playing music because we both need background noise.
Yes.
And I said, I'm not trying to be sad, but I really wish Kim was here because this is her thing, and it would have been great to see the two of you interact and come up with the ideas and do stuff. Boop. Bruno Mars comes on the Alexa.
Bruno and we weren't even listening to that type of music.
No. Bruno Mars is one of Kennedy's favorite artists. So
yes.
whenever I get sad, or if I'm in a car driving and I'm just starting to get teary-eyed, Bruno Mars pops up. And then Kennedy had this thing, she did not want me to cry. She felt if you're not crying for a reason, don't waste the tears. And she would always tell me, Mom, don't cry. Live and be happy. I'm good. She assured me I'm good. So me and Maya, all while we were sitting here, all of her songs just started popping up. I'm like,
yes,
she's in the midst of a meeting.
Back to back.
Like, she's here with us.
Yes.
So I'm doing okay. I mean, it's
as well as you can.
As well as I can, and better than most. The loss of a child is literally unexplainable. So I'm doing great. I have my moments. Who wouldn't? But we're just trying to keep her legacy going. What better person to do it than the person who birthed her, but yet who knows the other side of her?
Yes.
Because I have Kennedy's phone, so I upload all the great videos and things to just keep people in remembrance of her, what have you. And Maya just don't know how much about Maya that I know through Kennedy's phone.
Probably more than I would want her to know. But that's okay.
It is. And even the good, the bad, and the ugly, I adored you all's relationship. Because, you know, we see the gap. You went to one college, she went to another. Life happens, but if I don't physically see you, or she doesn't physically say your name, or if I'm not talking to your mom, I don't know what y'all are really doing.
Yeah.
But going through her phone, videos, and your pictures, and the parties, and the... You all were always side by side in these old raunchy little clothes. And I'm like, where did she get that outfit from? And the dances. And the, so I'm learning to just scroll through.
And look, yes, we had a lot of good times.
You did. And I cherish that. And I'm grateful. And I'm glad she had, and, you know, have friends like you.
Yeah.
You know, as well as everybody. She had a lot of friends. And I don't want to... like call out any because I don't want to leave out any, but you guys were her core. You're her childhood.
Yeah.
Y'all went through grammar school, grade school, high school.
Literally everything.
Everything, yes. Yeah. So very, very grateful.
Yeah, I cherish the memories, and I know, you know, I can't imagine losing a child. I know how I feel losing my best friend, and I have two younger brothers, and I always wanted a sister, and Kennedy was like that for me, and so losing her was it was difficult. Like, I felt like a piece of me was gone. But I would definitely say, like, seeing you and Kai be so strong, like, helps me get through every day. Because I'm like, okay, I can't break down and be a hot mess if they are moving and going forward. And like Ms. Darnisha said, we literally took Project Kennedy and ran with it. We have our walk coming up. We got lots of other great things planned. And it's literally just to provide support for families that are going through some of the same things that Kennedy and Ms. Darnisha had to go through. And so I think it's a great cause. Even though our deadline is up for walking with a friend, you can still participate. You can still submit your pictures. We are going to be sending out packets and things for that in the next upcoming weeks. And it's going to be a great time. We're going to have lots of pictures to share on social media so that people can see. You all are going to love your gear. Remember, it's exclusive to the people that ordered the packages. But if you missed out this year, you'll still get a chance to do it again next year. And if you're interested, you have people that may need to be blessed that we could possibly bless. Or if you have ideas or whatever, head on over to our website. Like I said, I'll put it in the description box below. Please feel free to email us. We're still people on a regular basis. We all got jobs. We all got things to do. This is just something that's very near and dear to our heart, and we take it very seriously. And I wanted you all to know that we're open to suggestions, open to new ideas, open to volunteers, help, whatever it is that you think you want to do in whatever capacity. We're open to listen to all of that. So be on the lookout for updates and all those great things. And
one thing is, Project Kennedy is very open meaning whenever you donate, you don't have to wonder where your money is going.
No.
When Kennedy first started this, her very first project was she gave back because her cancer, sarcoma, is normally it's a children's cancer, and she gave like $500 worth of teddy bears that we collected back to Laurie's Children's Hospital. During when COVID first started, she collected money and she donated 20 gift cards to the nurses that was working front line at the hospital where she was getting her chemo and some of her regular doctors. It was Subway, Chick-fil-A, and Starbucks. So
all her favorite places.
All her favorite places.
All her favorite
and
places.
this past one, right before the race, we put together 5 baskets for caregivers. Yes. So a lot of people tend to forget that the person who's taking care of the patient is just in need, or is just as tired, or sometimes need a little encouraging. So we made these big, beautiful baskets. So you know where every dime is going if you donate to her cause. Again, we're open about it, and we show and display everything we create, everything we make.
Yeah. And
it's like, oh, wow. So we give to the caregivers as well as the cancer patient. But I agree with Maya. If you know of someone who is in need, that's battling cancer of what have you sort, whatever cancer it is, let us know. There, we share nothing.
No.
Nothing leaves our table when we hear of someone in need. We can donate anonymously or what have you. Your business goes nowhere, but we want to bless people because the struggle is real.
Yes, absolutely. And I can only imagine, like, during COVID, not being able to have visitors. I know when Kennedy was in the hospital, that was one of the hardest parts for me, was not being able to go see her. I mean, she was by my side all the time for everything. And the first time I was there, there's a picture of us in this book, me laying in the bed with her. So that was definitely difficult, but you know, I'm sure you getting a chance to be by her side, and Kaya being by her side, and just getting to see her family, I'm really thankful to know like those were the last faces that she got to see, and that definitely brings me peace. On our website, we update, you know, regularly so that you all can see. There's a section in there for you to donate if you just want to donate, if you don't want to necessarily purchase anything. We do also have Project Kennedy apparel. They'll definitely be, look at
mine's on page 66 and 67.
So make sure you buy the book so you can see it. We're also selling the book. Yeah, we're just really trying to do great things. We are also doing the Cover Your Crown.
No. Hold on, y'all, because if we don't come back, let me tell y'all where we at.
We're going to take a quick break.
Is it a package? Go on.
Cover Your Crown. So we have another blessing that we are trying to do.
My youngest daughter, Kennedy's sister, baby sister, Kaya, she makes wigs. So we have a project that will stay in play throughout the existence of Project Kennedy, which is Kaya will make a wig, and we will bless someone who's finishing chemo or going through chemo who has lost their hair. Not everybody likes to be bald or sport the bald look. Or,
it looks great on Ken, but everybody doesn't love it.
Yeah. So for those who is in need of that look for hair and just don't want to not be in a world bald, Kaya, it's called Kai Cosmetics. Find her on Instagram. So we call it Cover Your Crown. The head of your head is crown. Did I say the head of your head?
Yes.
The top of your head is your crown.
The head of your head is the crown.
The head is the crown. Yes. So that's another project under the Project Kennedy belt.
Yeah. So I think those are all of our projects. You can also, through Amazon Prime, if you purchase things like normal, but through Amazon Smile, a small percentage will go to Project Kennedy. And again, that link is on the website. You can literally find everything we're talking about on the website, which you will find in the description box below. I've said it 3 times now because I don't want you to forget. So make sure you click on it and make sure you go ahead and show us some support. We really enjoyed our food. If you live in the Chicagoland area, south suburbs, make sure you check out Cajun Boil Bar and Grill. This is my first time having them, and they're delicious. No, we're not sponsored, but it's great. Y'all should probably be paying us because this is free publicity. But it was delicious, so I definitely recommend.
Yeah.
As always, make sure you subscribe.
Yes.
Don't forget to hit the bell notification
Yes.
and share. And you will definitely be seeing more of Miss Darnisha.
No, you won't.
You will.
No.
Don't listen to it.
What I gotta come back for?
Well, we always got to be on Facebook Live, so they're going to see you in that capacity.
This is YouTube, right?
But this going to go on Facebook.
Okay, but guess what? When this go on Facebook, what am I coming back to do another one for?
Who knows?
I only did this because
Something
you
might
said
come up.
Kennedy was supposed to do it with me, and Kennedy, you used her. I'm not.
She'll be back.
I won't be back, people. You can catch me on Facebook Live though when we do our lives, but I'm not doing another video with her.
That's what she says now. Just wait. Bye. We'll see you in the next video.
You gonna pay me? How about that? I'm not free.
You sure? Bye, y'all.